illusion to create it.
Namaste everyone. This is Kavita Vachaknavee. Back to our session number 3 of this day. This is our last day of our 2 weeks long summer program of 2021 being organized by Hindu Heritage Foundation of America. And we are in the second half of the day. We still have 2 sessions. And I would like to welcome all of you and our guest speaker, Sanjay Ji and Parwinder Ji. Sanjay Ji is a geoscientist and Parwinder Ji is a family nurse practitioner. They both were with us last week or in the beginning of this week, I don't remember. So last week, he was in the last week. And he was talking about meditation, Patanjali's meditation. And I remember kids were very excited. Our participants, not kids, I don't know why I always say kids. Actually, all the participants, youth and seniors and everyone, mothers and dads, everyone was very happy. And participants were given a homework kind of thing. So they were supposed to do the meditation, to include the meditation of 10 minutes at least in their day-to-day life. And they are welcome to describe, to share their experiences, the impacts they have. So let us see what's going to happen in this session. And I welcome Sanjay Ji and dear Parwinder. You are welcome to this session. I think you are ready with all your, because in the last week there were some complications with the technical part. So I hope there won't be any glitch this session. So please continue with your practice and let me share, spotlight you for everyone. I would like to request everyone to kindly keep yourself on mute. Otherwise, the session got disturbed and which impact everyone's time. Sanjay Ji, are you?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
Namaste, namaste Kavita Ji, and namaste everybody. It's good to have everyone back. Though Kavita Ji has said everybody should be mute, but this is kind of a different session where we are practicing and we'll have questions for the audience. As if you remember, Parwinder Ji gave homework. Okay, let me ask, if you don't want to, you can raise your hand or you can post it in the chat. How many of us were there in the last session? So it was last Thursday, we had this session and we are having it exactly, this is the 8th day. So come se come 7 days you have got the homework. Who remembers the homework? Okay, let's have. Hia said, raised hand. So Hia, you want to say something or you want to put it in the chat so we can read it? Yeah,
Here you can, those who is willing to talk in the talk here or to say something, you can unmute yourself, please, everyone.
So
Otherwise, keep yourself on mute.
the homework was to practice the meditation that we did on Thursday for at least 10 minutes. And it was to say Om almost 3 times, at least 3 times. Like first of all, first Om is very loud, and the third one is medium, and then the last one is very soft and more likely in your mind.
Good job. You guys can turn on the video on if you want to, but I really appreciate if you do that so we can see your face. Turn on your video, guys. Good job. How about here? Turn on the video, girl. All right, now, Vanisha, honey, what did you do? Did you do your homework?
I was kind of busy over the week because I had a lot of things going on, so I didn't get to do it.
Not even 10 minutes? So busy?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Anybody else?
I got to do it.
Okay, turn on your camera.
if you're comfortable, then please turn on your camera.
I just need to see your face, okay?
I think I did turn on my camera.
Oh,
We can't see you.
before I was, but not now. Try one more time.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
How about now?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It must just be like camera technical difficulties for my camera.
Okay, that's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay.
that's happened. Okay, just tell me then.
How was your
How was your experience?
It felt really good. I felt very calm after doing like 10 minutes every day.
Very good.
So like some days I did more than 10 minutes because I felt like it.
Good. Very good. So did you do, what time did you do?
morning, evening?
Like morning and when your afternoon, sleeping time, what time?
Like whenever I needed like to feel like relaxed and all, like sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the night, sometimes after I do like eat lunch or for digestion and all.
So not like one particular time. So whenever you feel like, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. What do you mean by this feel like?
Like whenever like I don't feel like I feel stressed out and then I don't feel calm and
Okay. So once you do that, once you did it and you feel calm?
yeah.
Oh, wow. Very good. Very good. That is we are looking for. That's all about this. Okay. So what else do you feel any like anything you feel like I'm not feeling sitting properly, any kind of problem you felt during that?
No.
Okay, good, good, good. Anybody else? No.
Nobody else? I remember this name. I don't know how I say it. Terej Bian Varga. If I murdered your name, I'm sorry, but I think you were there in last session.
Neelaveni was also there.
Yeah, Leena.
Neelaveni.
Okay, okay, yeah, they were also there. Yeah. So nobody. Okay, okay, that's perfectly fine. There's no harm. Glad at least we had one person who was able to do it. Uh, that's perfectly fine, but it's never too late. Manisha was busy, but Manisha, we expect you that after today this camp will be over. I think you were very busy with this camp, and maybe you were doing your project or things like that. So we expect that you also start doing. The expectation is it is easier as you are young. As you get older and older, things become, so many things happen, so many things change. It becomes little difficult to meditate. I'm not saying it is impossible. I started when I was like, now I'm in late 40s. Okay, so it is possible, but younger you start, better it is, because of so many things. As you grow old, you will understand what I'm trying to say, or the parents here in the audience, or the elder people in the audience, they will appreciate what I mean. So it is very easy for the kids to start meditating because that's the natural state. As I have, as I have learned, it is just like going into mother's lap. So a child can very easily go to mother's lap, but as you grow old, you feel little ashamed, you feel little awkward or something like that going into your mother's lap. But a kid doesn't think twice before he wants to go to mother's lap. So meditation is nothing. It is going into our all Paramatma, which is the mother or father of everybody. So going into his lap is what meditation is all about. So that's why I will request everybody, especially the parents, to do themselves also and ask their kids to join them or teach them how to do it. We will today again we'll have a practice session. This time we will make it much shorter, only 5 minutes of practice session. But we will do it together towards the end, and we'll also take some questions if you have any, how to do it, and what are the different steps in doing Patanjali meditation. Parwinder Ji will lead us in that. But today, the main emphasis will be on what are the benefits of meditation. So anybody who wants to tell us, who knows what are the benefits of meditation? So before I go into my prepared talk, let's hear from anybody. I think in the West now, meditation is becoming very popular. And Vijayji, you have raised your hand if you want to say something.
Yes, I want to just say that I was very fortunate enough while I was doing my schooling in India. Every day in the assembly, we used to have at least 3 minutes to 5 minutes meditation every day. So I practiced that right from my childhood, and I think it's a great thing. It helps you to calm your nerves and less stress. Anxieties are over, nervousness, especially when you're kids and going to school, you have so many other things on your mind. But that really helped. And till today, I am following.
Great. So
Yeah.
which school did you go to? Means,
Uh,
very, very lucky.
yeah, the Mothers International School in Delhi,
Ah,
near Mehrauli, and it has even their branch in Pondicherry. I was fortunate enough to go to Pondicherry and meet the mother also. It's a Sri Aurobindo ashram. I don't know whether you've heard about it. Mothers International School, Sri Aurobindo ashram, and they have a branch in Pondicherry too, where they
okay.
emphasize on meditations and other spiritual teachings.
Great, great. That's so good to know. Yeah, that's great. You were very fortunate and very lucky. And I think all the kids who have attended this summer camp, they are also very lucky, even the adults. So Kavita ji and Acharya Harish ji, they have arranged for such a wonderful camp, and then meditation is part of that. And we will like to talk about that. So now leading up on what Vijay Verma ji just said. So she mentioned a couple of words: stress, anxiety, and I will add another word which is not very good, but that happens though we don't recognize, is depression. So, so when you have stress, you get anxiety, and you get then maybe depression also. That can become depression if it is chronic. If stress stays for a very long time, then that can become depression. Okay, let me go. Okay, so anybody who experiences stress in their daily life? Anybody? I think Hia was just saying that whenever she is stressed, she felt like doing meditation. So anybody who can raise their hand or say that they feel stressed in their life, I will raise my hand. So I do feel stressed because of work, because of family. There are so many things. The present day life is so busy that we all feel stressed. It is very much part of everybody's daily life. If you are working, if you are running a household, even if you're a kid in a school, there is so much work. And then not only that, there is explosion of information on you. Means in terms of these smartphones, I don't think so they are so smart. They make you less smart, I will say it this way. So, but they give you so much information, and they will either be ringing, they will be pinging, they will be doing something, flashing or something, that you are attracted or you are consumed by that so much. So that also, now it is clinically proven that that also is a stressor for many people. So many things are happening, and I'm a little surprised that I feel bad for little kids like here. I don't know here how big you are or which grade you are going to, but Banisha here, they are so busy. Kids like you, if you are so busy and so stressed, we are not doing something right. So there is something wrong. So I think we need to focus on doing the things. We are not designed like that. As Ishwar designed us to be more natural and more, I will say, let me share my slide first. Can you all see my slides? Okay, great. Okay, so benefits of meditation. So we will be talking about the benefits of meditation in this talk. Okay, these are some of the. So I did talk to Acharya Harish Ji before this talk, and he has a very long list of benefits of meditation. I think it's over 100. I will be not talking about all those more than 100 benefits which he talks about, but I will be mostly concentrating on some of the things which only 12 of those benefits which have been studied by the modern science, by the medical community, by the others who are interested in meditation, basically the Western audience. And if you are familiar, as I was going through the research I was doing on this presentation, what I found was some of the terms which were very, very common, and I saw it many times. Mindfulness, I think that has become synonymous with meditation in the Western world, at least. That is what I saw. There are so many studies which have been there on the mindfulness that medical professionals are doing, other psychiatrists are doing, some scientists are doing. So that has taken a front seat in terms of types of meditation if you are looking. So, but I've listed here, these are some of the benefits, and we will be talking about stress reduction. Meditation helps in reducing the stress, in controlling the anxiety. It promotes emotional health. It enhances self-awareness. It lengthens attention span. I think all the children, all the students can benefit from that. I think we are very much lagging in that these days with so many distractions. As I just talked about, that smartphone which I mentioned, that distracts you very easily. And when you are trying to focus on your, say, test or on your something for the schoolwork, that would be a big distraction. A meditation can help you with lengthening your attention span, may reduce age-related memory loss. It can generate kindness, may help fight addiction, improve sleep. That's another thing which has become sleep deprivation. And especially I've seen this in college-going kids. I have two of them in my home, so I know. So they think they are very smart, and if I don't know if we have any college-going kids in the audience, that night outs and others, these are thought to be very important, and that is the only way they can focus and they do their work. But I think that is the worst thing you can do to yourself when you are trying to study or concentrate on something. Sleep is the most important thing, even more important than food. If you go a day without a sleep, you can go maybe weeks without food, but a day without a sleep, you will be turned upside down. You don't know what is happening. Your perceptions, your cognitive ability, and everything will be messed up if you don't even sleep for one day. So that's the kind of importance. And in Sankhya, or in as I've learned, that the sushupti, which is called the deep sleep, is as important as meditation. So if you cannot meditate, at least don't compromise on your sleep. So for the kids, it is recommended 8 to 10 hours of sleep, and for the adults, at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep. That is recommended. So I'll request everybody, if you cannot meditate, at least don't mess up with your sleep patterns. Go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time, and don't do some very rigorous mind involving activities before going to bed. So, and make your bedroom to be a very soothing light or very dim light there, and no minimum disturbance in terms of noise or anything. So that is very much recommended. It is just next to the meditation, so, or as good as meditation. If you cannot do meditation, God has given you that sleep thing, so which basically cleanse your all days of toxins and everything in your brain which have accumulated throughout the day. So that's very important. Next is helps control pain. There are some studies on that. Can decrease blood pressure, which is also a side effect of the first factor, stress. Stress can cause your blood pressure, what do you call in medical term, hypertension. So blood pressure increase can also be resulted because of the stress. And the 12th benefit is that it is accessible everywhere or anywhere. So you don't need to be in a special chair or in a special place, or you need special gear for doing meditation. You just need yourself to be able to sit comfortably in a quiet place without much disturbance. That's all you need. You don't need anything to be able to do meditation. So let's look at each of these factors which I have just listed here, and talk about those little bit more in detail. So so meditation in the Western world has mostly been used for reducing the stress. That is the biggest thing people, when you ask people, why do they do meditate? So most of the people will tell you that it helps them to reduce the stress in their daily life. That is why they have chosen meditation, and it helped me. I read somewhere that over the years, so this became popular in the West in late 70s when Maharishi Yogi came here in US, and then he started his transcendental meditation, and after that there were studies conducted on those. But there were very less people who got interested in that, and then it has picked up. And in the last 10 to 20 years, I think it has increased many folds. So say in terms of numbers, say if there was say 10 people practicing in 90s, it became 100 in 2000, and it had become thousands in the 2010s and early 2021. So COVID has, I think, increased increased the stress, and because of the loneliness, because of the isolation and everything, it has increased also that meditation can be helpful in managing all that. So that is where it is. And normally mental and the physical stress causes increased levels of stress hormones. And as Parwinder, she is a medical professional, so it is a hormone called cortisol. This produces many harmful effects of stress, such as the release of inflammatory chemicals called cytokines. So inflammation happens because of this, and then these effects can disrupt. So because of stress, then because you have these chemicals released, then they can disrupt your sleep, promote depression and anxiety, increase blood pressure, and continue to fatigue and cloudy thinking. So because of stress, these are the things which can happen. So we will talk about if you can control stress, you can also control these are the other things which I'm just talking. So you can control your sleep. You can get out of depression and anxiety. You can also control your blood pressure if you can control the levels of those hormones, those stress-related hormones released in the body. Okay. So in a study, in an 8-week study, a meditation style called mindful meditation reduces inflammation response caused by stress. And furthermore, research has shown that meditation may also improve the symptoms of stress-related conditions, including irritable bowel syndrome, post-traumatic stress disorder, and fibromyalgia. Okay, so there are so many studies which have been conducted around stress and the related effects. Now let's talk about the control of anxiety. Okay, so as I talked in the first benefit, the stress control, meditation can reduce the stress level, which translates into less anxiety. So a meta-analysis, including nearly 1,300 adults, found that meditation may decrease anxiety. Notably, this effect has strongest in those with the highest level of anxiety. So if you have a higher anxiety and you are able to do meditation, then you will benefit the most. Okay. If you have lesser anxiety, maybe those effects are not clinically significant. But if you have very high levels of anxiety, definitely the clinical studies have shown that you will have reduced levels of anxiety if you follow that anxiety. In one study, they found that 8 weeks of mindful meditation helped reduce anxiety symptoms in people with generalized anxiety disorder. This is a clinical term where you have anxiety and which is clinically proven, along with increasing positive self statements and improving stress reactivity and coping. Another study in 47 people with chronic pain found that completing an 8-week of meditation program led to noticeable improvements in depression, anxiety, and pain over 1 year. So that is significant. So if you do meditation, so they followed those their subjects in that study for a period of 1 year, and they saw that there was improvement in the depression, anxiety, and pain. But some research suggests that variety of mindful and meditation exercises may reduce anxiety level. For example, yoga. So yoga here, when I say in the Western world, it is implied yogasana or the hatha yoga in the Eastern terminology, where you are doing the asanas or the exercises, has been shown to help people reduce the anxiety. And this is likely to benefit from both meditative practice and the physical activity. So you do need the physical activity also. Meditation may also help control job-related anxiety. One study found that employees who used mindfulness meditation app for 8 weeks experienced improved feelings of well-being and decreased distress and job strain compared to those in the control group. When I say control group, those are the people who were not doing meditation. Okay. Then the third, let's look at the third one, promotes emotional health. Okay. Some forms of meditation can lead to improved self-image and more positive outlook on life. For example, one review of treatments given to more than 3,500 adults found the mindfulness meditation improved symptoms of depression. Okay. Similarly, in a review of 18 studies showed that people receiving meditation therapies experienced reduced symptoms of depression compared to those in the control group. Another study found that people who completed meditation exercise experienced fewer negative thoughts in response to viewing negative images compared to those in the control group. I have a picture. Maybe we can look at that right now. I hope you can see this picture. So what is this? fMRI of the brain. fMRI, so this is a new technology. So MRI, I think many people are familiar. It is basically, MRI is the magnetic resonance imaging. So it is a technique in the medical community where you want to know the structure of organ in the body. Like you do a MRI of the brain, you can do MRI of some of the other parts of the body where the X-rays don't give you a good vision. So when you need a more detailed image, a structural image, you do MRI. Okay. fMRI is the functional MRI, functional magnetic resonance imaging. Okay. So what they do in this is they are, so, okay, let me show you the human brain. Okay. So this is the human brain. Okay. You cannot X-ray it because it doesn't have that much of contrast. In the X-ray, you will say some things, but the details will be lost. You don't have so much of information you are looking for with the X-ray. So, but if you want to know more about what is happening in the brain, then you have to do MRI. If you are trying to look if there is a, say, if there is a growth in the brain which is not the normal, then you will do MRI. But if you want to see that how your brain is working when you are looking at an image, that is possible with today's technology. That is what is I'm talking about here on my next image here, fMRI. So you can know about how the, so brain is.
Let me put you that thing in a very, very simple word. When you're looking MRI, it means you are looking the tissue or any growth happening there, okay? But when you are looking for functional MRI, it means you are looking how that part function, like your specifically broncho area, how that part function. And when you are sleeping, how that part function. So that is the main goal of functional MRI. Okay. So now Sanjay is going to follow.
Okay, thank you, Parwinder. So here, what we are looking at is the functional MRI of the same person. Okay, this is the same person. So, and this is the on the left. What you are looking here on the left is the fMRI of the person when he was looking at some images with emotional content. Okay, and this person had never done any meditation before. Okay, so this is before that person was introduced to meditation. Okay, this is what how the functional MRI look. And what you are looking, what is when you are looking at the emotional, which part of the brain reacts to that? I don't know how to say. Amygdala. Amygdala is the part which lights up to. That is the part of the brain which reacts to or which perceives the emotional content. Okay, so that is what lights up. So look at my scale here. Yellow is the highest. It is like some reading of 6.2 or higher. So it is orange to yellow in this person. When he is looking at the emotional content, then that is what his brain is perceiving. Okay, lot of orange and yellow, so high emotional reaction. So this is now the person looking at the very similar images, but what is the difference? Now this person went through 8 weeks of meditation. Okay, and after 8 weeks of meditation, he was shown the same images which he saw 8 weeks before. Now look at how his brain is reacting. You don't see any yellow. Okay, there is no yellow. Yellow was the highest response in the previous figure. It is still the same scale it is plotting. So you see some orange. So though his amygdala is still reacting to that emotional image, but this response is much subdued. Okay, so what is this telling us? This is telling us that meditation has helped him to cope with the emotional disturbance. So it is kind of a disturbance when you see an image and it's very emotional. Maybe you see somebody crying, maybe he's seeing somebody sick, maybe he's seeing somebody very happy. So everything. So that is what this part of the brain lights up then. But now that lighting up is much subdued. So in terms of what I have learned in terms of meditation practice, or in the spiritual world, this is called that you are detached. You are watching it from a distance. So you are not so much affected by that. Though it has some effect on you, but you are able to control. You are not overly affected by what is happening. So this is wonderful. So science can measure that. Okay, I'll take a pause and mention something before we go any further, because we are talking about meditation and then we talk about the soul, the consciousness, and everything, and we are in a spiritual class. So science does not believe in when you talk of soul and other things. Science cannot measure soul. Okay, it is a non-physical entity. So science, okay, let me put it this way: science does not understand what is soul. They know there is some consciousness, but they don't know how it arises, where it comes from, when it leaves the body, what happens. It can only measure some physical things, but your soul is not a physical thing. So it is at present beyond science. It does not understand. It can only understand some of the effects, or it can only measure some of the effects of those things like meditation and other practices which it has. So what scientists think even today, that consciousness, it appears because of some chemical activity in the brain. They don't understand that it is a non-physical thing which exists in the brain, how it exists and everything. That is left by the scientists on the religion, okay? For the spiritual gurus and spiritual leaders and spiritual scientists to do. And that is what was in the ancient India. The rishis were the spiritual scientists. They were working and studying the brain and the function, not the brain, but the mind. So there is a difference between brain and mind. I hope you guys understand that. Brain is a physical thing, whereas mind is more subtler than the brain, okay? So what I'm talking here is all the effects which are measured in the brain, okay? So I'm not talking about that because science, though in terms of psychology and all that, they talk about the mind and everything. They do understand there is something more than the physical thing, but they still try to explain it in terms of the chemical reactions happening inside the brain that give rise to consciousness or other cognitive abilities which we have. So that is what I wanted to tell you a little bit about that. But this is what is even science recognizes, and our rishis knew it all along, that this is what is all about. So let me go back to that. And now, so we were talking about promotion of emotional health. Then furthermore, inflammatory chemicals called those cytokines, which are released in response to stress, can affect mood, leading to depression. A review of several studies suggests meditation may also reduce depression by decreasing levels of these inflammatory chemicals. So that is what your meditation can help with. It will reduce the production of all those chemicals which cause inflammation and result in so many of these things like depression, anxiety, and inflammation. Okay, let me go to the next. Enhance the self-awareness. Okay, so some forms of meditation may help you develop a stronger understanding of yourself, helping you grow into your best self. For example, self-inquiry meditation explicitly aims to help you develop a greater understanding of yourself and how you relate to those around you. Other forms teach you to recognize thoughts that may be harmful or self-defeating. The idea is that you gain greater awareness of your thoughts, habits. You can steer them towards more constructive patterns. Okay. One review of 27 studies showed that participating in Tai Chi may be associated with improved self-efficacy, which in turn used to describe a person's belief in their own capacity or ability to overcome challenges. In another study of 153 adults who used mindfulness meditation app for 2 weeks experienced reduced feeling of loneliness and increased social contact compared with those in control group. Additionally, experience in meditation may cultivate more creative problem-solving skills. Okay? So that's important, I think, for the students in the audience, that your meditation can help you in your problem-solving skills. Okay, let's look at the next heading, which is lengthen the attention span. Okay, so focused attention meditation is like weightlifting for your attention span. It helps increase the strength and endurance of your attention. For example, one study found that people who listened to a meditation tape experienced improved attention and accuracy while completing a task, compared with those in control group. A similar study showed that people who regularly participated in meditation performed better on visual tasks and had a greater attention span than those without any meditation experience. Moreover, one review concluded that meditation may even reverse patterns in the brain that contribute to mind wandering, worrying, and poor attention. Even meditating for short period each day benefit you. One study found meditating for just 13 minutes. So we talked about 10 minutes. So there are studies, scientific studies done that even as less as 13 minutes daily enhanced attention and memory after 8 weeks. So all the students in the group, please listen. I'm not talking something written in some spiritual journal or some shastra, though I believe they are more right than what the science know. Science knows very little as of today. Maybe they will learn more in the coming years. But this scientific study, which most of you, the science students, so it is telling us that as less as of 13 minutes a day, which is not much. I'll tell you, Vinisha, bete, you need to find those 13 minutes. This will help you more than anything else, okay? So find those 13 minutes. It will help so many things, okay? It will help to enhance attention and memory within 8 weeks, okay? Do it every day, at least for 8 weeks. I think that's the period. So I like running and I do it every day, just like my meditation. So even in the physical activity that they tell you that you need to do for 6 to 8 weeks, then it becomes a habit, okay? Your body will ask for it. So that is what you need to do that daily and it will increase. So all the students, please pay attention. I am just asking for 13 minutes of your daily time. That will benefit. It will give you rich dividends in terms of those will be multiplied in hours, in terms of better focus, better productivity, and more attention, better memory, less stress, no anxiety. Everything will decrease. Bad things will decrease and good things will increase because you will be a better balanced person, which all of you are as kids. As adults, we gather so many other things and other bad stuff that we clog those good stuff which God had given us, okay? Let's talk about the adults like me and some other people also. May reduce the age-related memory loss. I think this should be of importance to all the people, even the elder people, because I don't think kids have any memory loss. They have wonderful memories and I wish them they always retain those. But regarding that age-related memory loss, improvements in attention and clarity of thinking may help keep your mind young. Kirtan Kriya is a method of meditation that combines mantra or chant with the repetitive motion of the fingers to focus your thoughts. Studies in people with age-related memory loss have shown it to improve performance in neuropsychological tests. Okay. Furthermore, a review found preliminary evidence that multiple meditation styles can increase attention, memory, and mental quickness in older volunteers. Okay. So it is not only for the kids. So even the adults in the audience can also benefit. So they can improve their memory. They can have better attention spans and reduce their stress and everything. In addition to fighting normal age-related memory loss, meditation can at least partially improve memory in patients with the dementia. It can likewise help control stress and improve coping in those caring for family members with the dementia. Okay, so let's look at the next one, which is can generate kindness. Some type of meditation may particularly increase positive feelings and actions towards yourself and others. Metta, a type of meditation, also known as loving kindness meditation, begins with developing kind thoughts and feelings towards yourself. Through practice, people learn to extend this kindness and forgiveness externally, first to friends, then acquaintances, and ultimately even the enemies. Okay, So you go beyond yourself first. So your circle of love expands. So it encompasses many and many people, not only people, everything around you, whether people, animals, or the whole ecosystem. So you cannot harm anything when you are doing this. A meta-analysis of 22 studies on this form of meditation demonstrated its ability to increase people's compassion towards themselves and others. One study in 100 adults randomly assigned to a program that included loving kindness meditation found that these benefits were dose dependent. In other words, more time people spend in weekly metta meditation practice, the more positive feelings they experience. Another study of 50 college students showed that practicing metta meditation 3 times per week improved positive emotions, interpersonal interactions, and understanding of other after 4 weeks. These benefits also appear to accumulate over time with the practice of loving kindness meditation. Okay, next is may help fight addiction. So that's another problem which we see not only in the colleges. Now I see this has come down to even the school level. So addiction is a big challenge of at least in this country. I know back home also addiction is affecting everywhere in the world. So the mental discipline you can develop through meditation can help you break dependencies by increasing your self-control and awareness of triggers of addictive behaviors. Okay, research has shown that meditation may help people learn to redirect their attention, manage their emotions and impulses, and increase their understanding of the cause behind their. One study of 60 people receiving treatment for alcohol and alcohol use disorder found that practicing transcendental meditation was associated with lower levels of stress, psychological distress, alcohol craving, and alcohol use after 3 months. Meditation may help you control food cravings. A review of 14 studies found mindfulness meditation helped participants reduce emotional and binge eating. So that's another thing. Next is improved sleep. Nearly half of the population will struggle with insomnia at some point. Insomnia is inability to sleep. That's insomnia. Okay, that's the clinical term for that. Sleeplessness. Okay, one study compared mindfulness-based meditation programs and found that people who meditated stayed asleep longer had improved insomnia severity compared with those who had unmeditated control condition. Becoming skilled in meditation may help you control or redirect the racing or runaway thoughts that often lead to insomnia. Additionally, it can help relax your body, releasing tension and placing you in a peaceful state in which you are more likely to fall asleep. Okay, so that's another thing. And I always do meditation before I sleep. So in the morning and in the evening before I go to bed, I do that. And it doesn't take me minutes after that to go to sleep. Okay, so that's another benefit which I have seen personally. Okay, helps control the pain. Your perception of pain is connected to your state of mind, and it can be alleviated in stressful conditions. Some research suggests that incorporating meditation into your routine could be beneficial for controlling pain. For example, one review of 38 studies concluded that mindfulness meditation could reduce pain, improve quality of life, and decrease symptoms of depression in people with chronic pain. Okay, so chronic pain people, these could be people, cancer who are going through the chemotherapy or radiation therapy after their cancer. There could be some people with chronic pain because of some accident or some lower back pain or other kinds of pain, some accident or other related. Even diabetic people, after a long time, they will also develop some nerve pain. So there are a lot of cases of chronic pain, which we see, which the doctors see in their clinical settings. And pain management is a big thing in the medical profession these days. So meditation is picking up even in those places also. I don't know how much it will reduce the pain, that I don't know, but at least it will help you not to be overly overwhelmed with that. Pain will be there. It will maybe help you cope better with the pain. I think that is what it is about. A large meta-analysis of studies enrolling nearly 3,500 participants concluded that meditation was associated with a decreased pain. Meditators and non-meditators experience same cause of pain, but meditators showed a greater ability to cope with pain and even experience reduced sensation for pain. So that is what the study tells us. Okay. Next, can decrease blood pressure. Meditation can also improve physical health by reducing strain on the heart. Over time, high blood pressure makes the heart work harder to pump blood, which can lead to poor heart function. High blood pressure also contributes to atherosclerosis or narrowing of the arteries, which can lead to heart attack and stroke. A meta-analysis of 12 studies enrolling nearly 1,000 participants found that meditation helped reduce blood pressure. This was more effective among older volunteers and those who had higher blood pressure prior to the study. One review concluded that several types of meditation produces similar improvements in blood pressure. This is important. So most of these studies, I've been mostly talking about mindfulness, but now they are saying, the review is telling us that it doesn't matter what kind of meditation you do, all have almost similar effects. So it is whatever you are comfortable or whatever you can do, it is good. All are trying to calm your mind. They are trying to calm your mind and starting an inward journey away from the distraction, disturbances, or the fluctuations of the mind. That is what the meditation is all about. So they all have almost similar effects. In part, meditation appears to control blood pressure by relaxing the nerve signals that coordinate heart function, blood vessel tension, and the flight or flight response that increases alertness in stressful situations. So I think that is what is the problem with us. These days, we are always in that flight mode. We are not in our natural mode. So I don't know how you call it. Parasympathetic system is.
We call that the parasympathetic system as well as the sympathetic system. So when the parasympathetic system activates, it means we are relaxed. But when the sympathetic system activates, it means you are always in the go mode. Like you see a snake, that system wake up and you have to run. So all the blood and all the vessels have more, brain got more blood, heart got more blood, means your heartbeat gonna be like fast, and definitely you have to run, muscle got more blood, so your vessel got more blood. So when you are in that mode all the times, it means your hypertension means got bad and worse. So we need to relax. So that where meditation help us. So become more parasympathetic mode.
Yeah, and I think that's the natural mode we should be in most of the time. Fight and flight is for emergency situations where your life is in danger. That is why God has created that thing. Not all the time. If you are in that state all the time, then your system is not in balance. It's not in equilibrium. There is something wrong. So we need to find that balance. That is where meditation will help you to find your balance. And the last of the benefits, accessible anywhere, everywhere. So you can practice many different forms of meditation, most of which don't require any specialized equipment or space. You can practice with just a few minutes daily, starts with just a few minutes daily, and then you can increase it. If you want to start meditating, try choosing a form of meditation based on what you want to get out of it. So we are talking about the Patanjali meditation. It is a kind of a focus meditation. We ask you to focus on your third eyebrow, which is basically your frontal pre-cortex, the area here. That is where you want. And we are also talking of using a code word. There is nothing code. We are talking you to pronounce Om. That is a sound or a mantra. Pranab Dhvani we call it, or this is the name of the Ishwar, Paramatma. So that is what we are talking about. But if you don't want to think that way, or don't want to, if you're an atheist, it's perfectly fine. There is nothing stopping you choosing some other word, or this is a word we suggest. This is what has been in the classical Patanjali meditation has been suggested. But whatever is your comfort zone, whatever is your belief, but you can choose your own sound, you can choose anything, but do it every day. Try to focus and try to stay calm. So that is what meditation is about. Okay, so I think before we close this session, I will ask Parwinder Ji to lead us in the meditation for 5 minutes today, so that we want you to increase. So remember that 13 minutes. So it is between 15 to 20 minutes. There are other studies which suggest if you want to really have benefit, it is suggested twice a daily, but at least start with once a day. You start with a few minutes, 2 minutes a day, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and take it to at least 15 to 20 minutes. You will have, the more you do, the more the benefits you will see. And I will just have
Any questions?
any questions, anything, anybody has any questions before I ask Parwinder Ji to lead us in the practice session?
Anybody? You can raise hand.
Or
You can
type in the chat.
speak.
Okay, if not, then okay, now I'll request Parwinder Ji to lead us in the meditation.
No. All right, guys. Okay. So you guys find your own place. Okay. Relax. Liyahari. You can sit on the chair. If you want to sit on the floor, you're most welcome. Anybody want to sit on the floor, they can sit on the floor. Okay. So just make sure you are relaxed. Okay. This is our first step. We have to choose a good place. We have to choose a good environment. Okay. And just make sure you are relaxed. You can sit on a chair. But one thing you need to make sure, your spine has to be straight. Like you are not like that. No, you have to sit straight. Okay. And your feet are on the floor. Okay. I see your knee. Okay. Good. All right. So good job. So on the floor. So relax. Okay. Relaxing, relaxing. Shake all your stiffness. Okay. You relax. And now we already set up 5 minutes. Okay. And now we are closing our eyes. And we are not going to open our eyes until alarm rings. Okay, guys, close your eyes and relax. Relax, let it go. Everything, let it go. Put your hands on your lap. Now we are going to do 3 times abdominal breathing. So first, breathe out. Hold the breath out. Breathe in. Hold the breath in. Going again. Breathe out. Hold. Breathe in. Hold the breath within. Going again. Breathe out. Hold the breath out. Breathe in. Hold the breath within. Now relax. Let the breathing resume. And now we are chanting 3 times Om, first in very loud sound and slowly reducing. Say Om, Om. 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 Cup your both palms. and put it on your eyes and slowly open. And tell me, how do you feel? Anybody? Vanisha?
It felt really relaxing and calming, and it felt good because it relieved me of everything that was on my mind. And now I have nothing on my mind, which is a lot easier for me to concentrate and focus on my studies. And it was really good.
Good job. Anybody else? Ria? Do you want to say something?
It was calming and it felt really nice.
Good.
And now I'm terrible at focusing. So now I'm really excited.
Yes. You know, you can even sit on the, as Sanjay said, you can do anywhere you want it. So when you are feeling like I'm not focused, I really need to calm myself, you can sit on the chair, just relax, close your eyes, and you know, it's easy. Just breathe and just focus. That's it. Okay? So try to do every day, 5 to 10 minutes. That's on the beginning level. Okay? Anybody else? Any questions?
Please unmute yourself if you have any question.
Do we have to be doing the Patanjali meditation, or can we do any kind of meditation?
This is Patanjali meditation.
But when we're doing it at home, can we do can we do a different kind of meditation, or does it have to be Patanjali meditation?
You can do any meditation you want, but this is me and Sanjay personally did it. So we feel this is easy to follow and easy to follow step. And we like it and we are sticking with this. Okay.
Okay, let me add to that. Okay, when we are talking about mindfulness, if you, I don't know how much you understand, but I did talk about the different steps. Let me go to, if I have those slides here. So if you can see this slide, so you see this step, dharana. If you can see that step, mindfulness. Okay, so your mindfulness meditation stops here. Okay, it is only going up to this step, whereas our meditation is taking you beyond that. I don't know, maybe there are steps. I'm not a practitioner of mindfulness, so I cannot comment on that. I'm not expert in that. But I think whatever I have gathered so far, then that is what they are talking about. Or if I understand the terminology, then they are talking about mindfulness, which is a step in Patanjali meditation, but it goes beyond that. And we are not talking about even samadhi here. We are just talking about the meditation here, dhyana only. Next is the samadhi, which is not in your hand. That is, I think that's God-given. God. So it is like you try to go into mother's lap. Whether mother will let you in or not, that is up to the mother. Whether you deserve that. That is when you get samadhi or some prajat samadhi. That is later. But I think everybody can. So basically, this is a journey of going into our mother nature. If you don't want to call God or Paramatma or Ishwar, in mother nature's lap, this is the journey you will have to take. But whether you reach there, where you get that samadhi or not, that will depend upon your worthiness, or that's beyond this topic. Okay, let's restrict that to some other. I will defer it to Acharya Ji for that.
Any other question? And how do you feel?
I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we are almost over time now. 1 minute. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kavita ji. It was really nice. Yeah, thank
And
you.
keep doing the meditation. Okay, guys?
Yeah,
All right.
everybody has to find some time and do it every day. Make it part of your life.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Sanjay ji and Parwinder ji, for spreading this easy to use practice. I would like to thank you, Dr. Harish Chandra Ji, also for introducing these practices to people. So now see, there are many people spreading the same thing to the masses. So I am sure all our participants, they will follow this practice in their day-to-day life and get benefits of it. No. So thank you all. This was our last but one session. Today is our last day. The next session will start exactly after 45 minutes. And the session is Vedic Sciences and Scientists. So please do join us. Dr. Gargi Priyamvada, she is a surgeon in North Carolina, addressing the session. So we will see you then. Thank you again. Thank you all. This is a short break. Come back on time. Thank you. Namaste.